It's time for a trade recap. Let me go over this trade I took today. Actually, 2 trades. Actually, no, I didn't take any trades today because this trade took 3 days. Did it? Oh, 2 days, 2 days to hit the take profit. This trade was a loss and this trade was a win. Let me go over the winning trade quickly, which just hit the take profit earlier on today. Yo, why did that light change? Look, we're bearish, yeah, we're bearish. We have this daily fair value gap, internal to external range liquidity, and these 2 relative equal lows down here. So the sell side liquidity is strong. It's drawing price down there. It's drawing price down. And we're trading lower from this daily fair value gap. And now, the daily fair value gap's not marked out on this chart. Let me just go to the chart, actually. Let me just go to the chart. Oh, I need to just take a picture of this, actually. I just need to take a picture of this. Hold on. There we go. So now I can see it. That was the trade right there, but we're going to go over the trade properly, starting from the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, we did have this daily fair value gap right here, which we're trading lower from. The bias is bearish because price has been bearish this whole time. Look, we raided this short-term high buy-side liquidity. We've closed below this up-close candle here, and we closed below this buy-side imbalance, creating an inversion fair value gap, which price used to trade lower, and once again closing below this buy-side imbalance. Yeah, price is bearish, and we're close to the objective, which is right here. So we've tapped into the daily fair value gap, yeah? We've tapped in. We've pushed real deep into it. I can't lie. We've pushed real deep into it. And then this 4-hour, I used this 4-hour inversion fair value gap just because it was larger than this 4-hour sell side imbalance right here. Actually, let me turn this thing on. Yes, yeah. There's a 4-hour sell side imbalance right here, but I used this 4-hour inversion fair value gap just because it was bigger and I could see it better. So we've got the 4-hour inversion fair value gap. We've pushed up into here, and now I'm anticipating this to be the low risk sell entry relative to this market maker sell model right here. This market maker sell model. So when I went down to the 1-hour time frame, I had seen, wait, what did I see? Oh, I saw that we raided that short-term high. That was it. We raided this short-term high right here. And that was imperatively important because we've tapped into a discount of this range. Actually, let me use the gone box because it's a lot more clear. We have the swing high down to the swing low, and we've retraced up into a premium right here. Look how clean that is. We've retraced up into a premium and raided this short-term high buy-side liquidity inside of this 4-hour inversion fair value gap. So all the boxes are getting ticked here. And did we have SMT? Let me check if we had SMT with DXY real quick. Did we have SMT? Did we have SMT? Yes, we did have SMT. Right here, the 12 o'clock low. DXY did not take out that low, but on EUR/USD did take out the 12 o'clock high. So we did have a little mini SMT right there. It's not a swing high SMT, but it's like a mini SMT. And then I went down to the 15-minute time frame, and it would have been nice to just turtle soup this high right here and get short right above this high with the stop loss at the range high maybe. Like that. But I missed it. Pretty much I missed it. I didn't get that entry. That would have been nice. But I think the entry I got was actually better. Oh yeah, and the relative equal low sell side liquidity down here. Look at that. That's very strong. These 2 lows right here, relatively equal to each other. There's sell side liquidity below that. Not only those lows, but all the way to the left, like we saw on the daily time frame, this low right here. So all of that, there's just so much sell side liquidity down here. So I had a strong belief that price was bearish and we were going to target these lows. So going back to the trade right here, the entry, this was the entry. Like I said, that was the 4-hour inversion fair value gap. That's the key level we're trading away from. Here was my entry. We turtle souped that high with SMT in premium of the range above New York midnight opening price. Now, when I saw this energetic rejection, look how we just raided that with 8:30 news. What day was it? Tuesday. Let me just double check actually. What news was on Tuesday? CPI. That was it. CPI, the big boy. Yeah, CPI is a big boy. CPI manipulated higher. When I saw that, I was like, this is CPI manipulation. And then after the CPI manipulation, we're going to see the distribution down to the sell side liquidity below. So that was my thought process here. Yeah, I actually wanted to see price manipulate above this short-term high. Now, I saw that price reject this. I wanted to sell short above midnight opening price. I just thought, let me get short now with my stop loss above that high because we have SMT on the high already. We've raided the buy side liquidity in the 4-hour. I don't know why I'm pointing. I should use my mouse. We've raided the buy side liquidity in premium of the range above New York midnight opening price and created SMT in the 4-hour inversion fair value gap. There's no reason to go above that high anymore. This high, the damage has been done. So I sold short right there with my stop loss above that short-term high, 0.5% risk. And I was looking to take a partial at 2R, maybe, depending on how price was behaving. And yeah, that was the trade right here. But guys, I didn't take a partial at 2R. I got greedy. Price hit the partial, and I was like, nah, price is going down all the way. I'm not going to take a partial here because price is just going to go down all the way. So I'm going to hold it. But guys, price did not go down all the way to begin with, because as we can see right here, this is the 1-hour time frame. We did trade lower from this short-term high buy sell liquidity that we raided above New York midnight opening price and created SMT inside the 4-hour version fair value gap. We traded lower nicely. We traded lower. And then we started retracing up, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? No way I'm going to get stopped out. Where did I get short? It was around here. It was around right there. Targeting. Bosh. That was it, right? Was it? A bit lower. Yeah, it was about that. It was about that. So we did hit the 2R partial, which was down here. And I was like, no, look how price is falling so aggressively. We're going to go all the way now, right now. But we didn't. This was actually the low of the day, which formed within London close between 10 and 12 a.m. EST. And then we started retracing higher, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I went break even at this point. I was like, no way I'm about to get stopped at break even after all of this nice movement. But we was just retracing up into a premium of this dealing range right here. This swing high to swing low. And there was actually a 1-hour fair value gap here, which got closed above. When this fair value gap got closed above, I was thinking, oh my gosh, that's it. I'm done. Price is actually bullish. We're going to go higher and trade to this high. But yeah, it was just some dodgy price action. Even though we didn't respect the 1-hour FVG, we closed above it. We were still bearish. But I guess we did respect this 15. Oh, we didn't even respect this 15-minute. Because we still closed above it slightly. But yeah. And then today, not today. Yeah, another whole day of holding this trade, all this like choppy stuff, and then eventually we did raid this short-term high buy side liquidity, and then just expand lower later in the day, and then I held the trade again overnight, and this morning I woke up and I saw we was trading down there nicely, and then we did eventually hit the final take profit, which is what this looks like right here. So that was a banger of a trade. Yeah, it was a banger of a trade. I can't remember if it was like 3.8 or something like that, but that gets me onto this next trade, which I took yesterday. It was a day trade within the swing trade. Still the same idea. Look, we're bearish. We have the 4-hour inversion fair value gap right here. Oh yeah, and then this was the PDA rate. This was the PDA rate right here. This 1-hour fair value gap. this was the PD array I was trying to trade from. So you see how we have this swing high, swing low, we retraced into a premium, expanded lower. Well, once again now we have this swing high, swing low, retraced into a premium, and now I was anticipating an expansion lower to the relatively cool low sell side liquidity right here, right? Simple as that, IRL to ERL. So here's the 1 hour fair value gap. We've raided this short-term high buy side liquidity. We've shifted market structure and closed below this 15-minute buy side imbalance using it as a 15-minute inversion fair value gap here. So this is a 15-minute sharp turn, fair value gap in, fair value gap out. And we've created SMT here with DXY. We have SMT with a DXY. So I'm thinking, yo, this is a nice 1 hour IRL to ERL. We have a 15-minute fair value gap right here, inversion fair value gap, and a sell side imbalance. Let me go down to the 1 minute time frame and try catch a 15-minute to 1 minute market maker sell model trade. So I did. I went down to the 1 minute and everything was looking so nice. We have this swing high, swing low. We've retraced up into a premium of this dealing range into the 15-minute inversion fair value gap and created SMT with a DXY. And once we retraced into the 15-minute inversion fair value gap, we've expanded lower, closing below this 1 hour buy side imbalance, now confirming that this is a 1 hour sell side inversion fair value gap. We've consolidated here, we've manipulated higher, raiding these short-term highs, tapping into the premium side of this inversion fair value gap. And I was like, yeah, we're good to go lower. We are good to go. Let me put my stop loss above this high, which has a SMT with it, confirming it as an intermediate term high. Also containing a inversion fair value gap. Price shouldn't come up to this high anymore. We're going to trade lower. I entered right here. As soon as I entered, I saw this nice bearish price action. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, another clean trade. Let's go. Let's go. 0.25% risk on this trade because I had risk 0.5% on the first trade. So I thought, let me just reduce the risk slightly. I'm happy to risk half risk on this trade, 0.25%. But price just absolutely stopped me out. We got stopped out very quickly. We did raid this high. Not only this high, but this high. This was the weird price action that was going on this day. Like, look, this is the trade right here. We'll go back to the 1 minute time frame. Where was that 1 hour inversion fair value gap which I took? Right here. This was it. Look what price was doing. We just absolutely launched above this high again, making a new high of the day. And then I thought, oh, now we've raided this short-term high and we've broken structure here with the imbalance. We're going to retrace up and then, you know, trade lower. But once again, we just raided this high. We pushed up even higher, raided this high. It was so weird. And we closed above the 1 hour sell side imbalance. So I'm thinking, damn, man, this is crazy. But yeah, luckily, towards the end of the day, we did trade lower and eventually hit that take profit of the first trade. So yeah, this week, 2 trades so far, 1 win, 1 loss. But we are up on the, let me calculate, I have to calculate how much profit I made on this trade. I'm pretty sure, oh no, not this one. I'm pretty sure it was like 1.8%. I'm pretty sure it was like 1.8%. Let me just check. 1.95%. 1.95%. Let me type that in. 1.95% gain. And now let me do 1.95 divided by 0.5 equals 3.9R. It was about 3.9R. Yeah, that is correct. It was about 3.9R right there. So that's great. 1 win, 1 loss so far. On the week, what are we up right now? What are we up? 1.7%. 1.7% on the week. That's really great. Plus 1.7% on the week. And the R, what are we up? 3.4? Yeah, 3.4. 3.4. 3.4 R. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. 2 trades, 1 win, 1 loss, up 1.7%, 3.4 R. Tomorrow's Friday. What news is there tomorrow? Let me just double check. No, just this shit. Just that GBP shit. Someone speaking. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm done for the week unless I see some really nice stuff. Unless I see something really nice, then I'm pretty much done for the week. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. Pretty much. Nah, maybe not. Maybe not. We could see this nice expansion on indices actually. Maybe to all-time highs soon. Maybe not tomorrow, but eventually. From this 4-hour imbalance right here. So I'll keep an eye on that tomorrow. Yeah, we could see, maybe. We'll have to see, we'll have to wait and see. But that's pretty much it. I'm happy with this Euro USD trade. That was really nice. And that is it for today, bruv. Let's go, boys. Let's go. That was a nice ass trade, though. Look at that. That was anticipated very nicely. That was really good. Alright, that's it. See you.